Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. And yourself?
Not the greatest. Had an accident at work and I'm not sure if I can go back to work again.
What happened? If you can't go back to work, you might be able to qualify for a disability pension.
Well, I got shot saving a puppy. Since I got shot I seem to have trouble remembering things. Could you explain to me what a disability pension is?
Oh, I love it when someone asks a question about my job and I can actually explain it. So here goes. A disability pension is a special type of pension. Normally you will get a lump sum of money when you first become disabled. And then a monthly payment. Until you suddenly pass away.
How do you determine if people are eligible for a disability pension?
Well, we look at what disability they have and if it is seen to be permanent or not. If not and they can one day return to work, they can qualify for income protection insurance. Otherwise, if the person is said to be permanently disabled, then they would be eligible for a disability pension.
Can you also explain to me how the probability of becoming disabled is calculated? I assume it wouldn't just be simple guesswork.
No, you're right, it's not just guesswork. It would be much easier if it was that. The best way to explain how the probabilities are calculated is to go through what a disability model actually is. First, I would like you to consider that there could be 4 states of being for a human life: healthy, sick, disabled and dead. Generally the models that are used professionally are much more complex, but do you have that for now?
Yeah, got it. Healthy, sick, disabled and dead.
Next, I would like you to consider how a person can move from one state to the next state. So a person can transition from the healthy state to any other of the states, same as someone that is in the sick state can also move back to the healthy state or to any other of the states. Whereas once someone is in either the disabled state or the dead state, things start to get interesting. If someone becomes disabled in their lifetime, they can only move out of the disabled state when they unfortunately die, and obviously when someone dies they can't move out of the dead state. Well, at least not yet, they can't.
Seems kind of simple so far. People can move from one state to another depending on what state they're in at a given time.
Yeah, that's pretty much what a disability model is. The hardest part is to calculate the probabilities of transitioning from one state to the other.
So how does one go about calculating those probabilities?
Well, this is the complex part. We do it by calculating the transitional probabilities, for example, the probabilities for moving from the healthy state to the sick state.
Sounds very complex and I'm not the best at maths. I think there's a good place to leave it now. I am pretty sure I know what a disability model is now.
So you mean to tell me that you actually followed what I said?
Yeah, I got most of it.
Could you explain it back to me before you leave?
Yeah, I can manage that. If you consider a life, there can be 4 states of being for that life: healthy, sick, disabled and dead. Well, at least in a simple disability model. So a person can move from one state to another depending on what state they are in at a given time. For example, I was healthy and could walk, and do all the normal stuff a person could do at the time before I was shot. Now I can't walk properly and struggle for breath all the time. So now I would have transitioned from the healthy state to the disabled state. The only plus I can think about being disabled is the awesome parking spot.
Yeah, you got it. I must admit I am quite impressed that you got it so quickly. And that parking spot would be pretty damn good, but at least I can actually walk around the shop.